everyone, it's Sam here from Sugar Spun Run, and today I'll be showing you how to make oatmeal muffins. Oatmeal muffins make a great breakfast or snack option. Today's recipe is super simple and it yields soft, fluffy, moist muffins. To begin, you'll want to preheat your oven to 425 degrees Fahrenheit. Next, you are going to need a large bowl, and we are going to add a 1/4 cup of melted unsalted butter to our bowl. We're also going to add 1/4 cup of canola or vegetable oil. Using this blend of butter and oil gives us muffins that have a nice flavor but are also nice and soft and moist. Add 3/4 cup of tightly packed dark brown sugar, 1/4 cup of granulated sugar. We'll add 1 large egg plus 1 large egg white. We're adding this extra white to help make our muffins nice and fluffy. Next, add 1 tablespoon of pure vanilla extract, and we'll go ahead and stir everything together. Now you'll add a 1/2 cup of buttermilk to your recipe. If you don't have buttermilk on hand, I have a very simple 2-ingredient substitute that I'll link to in the description below. And we'll go ahead and stir everything together. Okay, set your wet ingredients aside, and now you are going to need a separate bowl, and you'll need to add 1 cup of all-purpose flour. We'll add 2 teaspoons of cornstarch. Now, cornstarch is my secret ingredient in so many of my recipes. It's going to help make your muffins nice and soft, so don't leave it out. We'll also add 2 teaspoons of baking powder, a teaspoon of ground cinnamon, a 1/2 teaspoon of salt, and just a pinch of nutmeg. This is about an 1/8 teaspoon of nutmeg. It's a pretty potent spice, so only add a little bit, and if you don't like the taste of nutmeg, you can just leave this out. Stir everything together until our dry ingredients are very well combined. Now we're going to add 1 cup of oats to our dry ingredients. You can use either old-fashioned or quick oats in today's recipe. Either one works great. And just real quickly stir everything together again. And we're going to bring back our wet ingredients, and we'll add our dry ingredients. And use your spatula to just gently fold the wet and dry ingredients together until everything's combined. You want your ingredients to be just combined. If you overmix this, you'll end up with dense, dry muffins. Now your oatmeal muffin batter is prepped, and we are going to portion it into a 12-count muffin tin, one that you've lined with paper liners or lightly greased and floured. My favorite way to portion out the batter is to use an ice cream scoop. It makes the process a lot cleaner. So I'm just going to fill each muffin liner about 2/3 to 3/4 of the way full. At this point, you could just bake your muffins as is. You could just sprinkle them with a little bit of granulated sugar and pop them in the oven and be done. But I love adding a streusel topping. So to make today's streusel, you're going to need 1 cup of all-purpose flour, and we're going to add 1/3 cup of tightly packed light brown sugar, 1/3 cup of granulated sugar, 1/3 cup of oats, and again, either old-fashioned oats or quick oats will work for today's recipe, 3/4 teaspoon of ground cinnamon, and just a 1/4 teaspoon of salt. Stir everything together, and then we'll add 5 tablespoons of melted unsalted butter. Now, one thing I love about using melted butter to make a streusel rather than using cold butter and using a pastry cutter is that it's really easy. I prefer not to use my pastry cutter if I don't have to. Now, however, you want to be careful that you don't overmix this with your spoon. You want your mixture and your streusel to be crumbly, otherwise you'll have a paste and it's not going to work really well on top of your muffins. You want your streusel to still have some clumps in it, but you want the flour to be all absorbed, so you shouldn't see any white flour anymore once it's finished. Okay, now that we have our streusel prepped, I'm just going to use my hands to evenly spread this and sprinkle it over my muffins. You'll want to press down just lightly so that the streusel is secured into your muffin. Okay, now we can bake our oatmeal muffins. So one thing I love to do with my muffins is bake them on 2 temperatures. We are going to start by putting these in a 425-degree Fahrenheit oven and baking them for 8 minutes. Then, without opening your oven door, drop your oven temperature to 350 degrees Fahrenheit and continue to cook for another 12 minutes. Once your oatmeal muffins have finished baking, the tops should be a light golden brown, and a toothpick inserted in the center should come out clean or with a few moist crumbs. You'll want to let them cool, and once your oatmeal muffins have cooled, we can pop them out of their tin and enjoy. That is all there is to making these easy oatmeal muffins. If you guys tried this recipe out, please leave me a comment and let me know what you think. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Hey, Hey, if you guys enjoyed today's recipe, I hope you will give me a big thumbs up and please subscribe. Also, if you like this muffin recipe, here are a few others you might like as well.